Did you know that competitive shooting is almost 700 years old? I didn't know that either, but according to James Swan, it is. The first gun clubs, or competitive shooting clubs, started popping up in Europe around 1400-ish. And they were mainly in Germany at that time, and they weren't competitive shooting like we know today. It was more of hunting and seeing who could get the biggest animal that day. And so, competitive shooting is the best because of how safe it is. It is one of the safest activities to participate in. So I will be describing competitive shooting, showing how safe it is compared to snow skiing because it's not as safe as I originally thought it was. And then I'll be explaining the benefits and or satisfactions that one might get from competitive shooting. So competitive shooting is a sport that involves the use of shooting firearms at targets stationary or moving for ranked marksmanship. The Colorado School of Trade says that there are 3 types of competitive shooting. There's shotgun, there's pistol, and there's rifle competitive shooting. And the Colorado School of Trade and the NSSF, National Shooting Sports Foundation, cite that 19 million people have participated in shooting sports safely. There have been very little accidents. And with this sport coming on faster and faster, Sean Gregory shows that the Minnesota High School Clay Target League is the largest shooting sports event in the world, with 22,000 participants from all over the country in 2018. So this is such a big competition that whenever you look at the pictures, it's just lines of RVs. It looks like a NASCAR stadium before a big race happens. And we don't have any clubs around here that go to this competition. Arkansas has its own AYSSP, Arkansas Youth Shooting Sports Program, and it's about the same thing, only ours is a smaller scale. It's just Arkansas teams. The Minnesota Clay Target League is anyone from around the country that thinks they've got what it takes to compete there. And local teams that compete in the Arkansas one is Greenwood, Mena, Boonville, Hackett. There's local 4-H clubs that go and compete. It's a lot of fun. I did it for 6 years, and my best was a 48 out of 50. So competitive shooting is almost 100% safe, whereas snow skiing has 600 accidents per year. Brad Fitzpatrick and the NRA family website, there's a story about a competitive shooting trap team and how one of their members got hurt skiing. They showed up for practice one day. Between the 5 members, there was 100,000 shots safely fired, no accidents. They're a college-level team. They're the real deal. Well, one of the members didn't show up because he went snow skiing, and going down the hill for the first time, the ski went behind him. He flips, breaks his leg. So, snow skiing is a lot more dangerous than I thought. Competitive shooting, though, has a 3 out of 10,000 accidents per shooter. So out of every 10,000 shooters, only 3 people get hurt. And they don't normally get hurt from the firearms. They get hurt, like here in Arkansas, a game warden forgot to turn a machine off, and he got a target thrown in his face. So that was an accident. And with this percentage, 3 out of 10,000, it makes competitive shooting slightly more dangerous than billiards. So some of the benefits that students get from competitive shooting is firearm safety, mental disciplines, and social interactions. From Eleanor Wallace, who is a trap coach at Greenwood, different people of all ages, races, and genders do competitive shooting, so it gives people a chance to interact and meet people they might have never had any association with. So out of a school, you don't talk to everybody in your school, but whenever you go trap shooting, they put you on teams, and the people you're there with, it's like a hi, my name is situation because you've never met most of these people. It's people from all aspects of life. People do all kinds of stuff, and then they're all shooting together. Eleanor also says that though there are virtually no accidents when competitive shooting, firearm accidents do occur in the world. It is mainly because people don't know how to handle them safely. Competing helps people learn how to handle these weapons around other shooters and crowds. They use the mental discipline to focus whenever they're shooting. So most competitions make you have the hunter's education card, and you have to know what you're doing with your firearm before you can ever go out there and shoot. I'm glad that I was able to talk with you about competitive shooting. It's just shooting the targets for marksmanship is all it is. There's very little things to get hurt with, and that's why it is one of the safest sports, especially compared to snow skiing. And the satisfactions the students can get out of it, such as social interactions and firearm safety, and they learn the mental disciplines that they can take to other aspects of life. So what is the best way to start doing this? Eleanor Wallace says, start small, and don't give up too early, because shooting takes practice, and the outcome is very rewarding. She says that too many people get the gun and think they're going to be great, just like that. But it takes time. You have to know what you're doing.